How's it going, guys? It's Poetry Said, and welcome back to the episode of the Lotharingian Legacy, where we have now formed Lotharingia. It's been, I think, a couple episodes since we formed them, but it's a new day of recording, and I am back. I don't remember exactly what was going on. I know that we had vassalized Volgost, and that was quite a large chunk of land. We beat the Commonwealth in our first war against them. And I believe we were kind of sitting here waiting for this coalition to leave, and it looks like they recalculated things and have decided that they aren't up for the challenge, which is good for us. And so we kind of decided, I'm pretty sure, that like basically to some extent everyone in the HRE is going to want to be in the coalition against us for the near future. And I'm pretty sure that we should really just give up on I think we should just give up on trying to get them like wait for it to go away. That's literally functionally impossible for most of these guys. Let's just look at Austria. 150 aggressive expansion. Even with our improved relations all the way, they still have minus 137. Yeah, so it's like there's no way we're ever gonna appease these guys. So if anything, this is why we should now, and we did realize Sweden, right? Yes. This is why we need to, this is why we should, what's it called? This is why we should keep growing in these areas, because it's only going to piss off the same people. The only thing that we want to avoid is getting like Spain and Britain able to join. So we just finished integrating Baden. I forgot we were doing that. Alright, cool. I believe you guys are actually kind of trapped in here, huh? A little exclave. That is fine. Definitely want to state all this land up. We have plenty of limit for our states, right? Yeah. So we should have enough for at least the rest of like the HRE, at least Germany, right? The stuff we're conquering, maybe. And we should grow into it a little more even. By the time we keep going, our capacity should be even higher. We're going to get more. We can get more here. There we go. So, yeah. I'm not too worried about that. What do we have going on here? We might as well summon the Diet. We might as well also seize some land. We have a lot of loyalty, and we have a lot of land, too. That's good. We are getting the monthly power in each category, right? Yeah. Yeah. We don't have the governing capacity thing here. Again, losing absolutism does suck, so I'm not actually going to do that right now. It's kind of interesting how they made it so that your governing capacity, you can get more from these states, but it trades off with absolutism. I actually like that because, of course, absolutism helps get more land, but you can't necessarily govern that land as well unless you have the governing capacity. And so, that's it's kind of interesting. Provence is not a subject, so we could get a subjugation CB on Provence, huh? Subjugation CBs aren't too bad. I'm so sad that we haven't been able to get this PU this whole time. I'm not going to do that. Let's build a manufactory in Munster. Seems fine. Where is that? Munster. Let's build a manufactory. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay. No, I'm not going to give you military access, Ottomans. So I do think that maybe we should do a war with Brittany. We have nationalism on them, right? So aggressive expansion way down, cost way down. Spain would, of course, defend them. So would the Pope. I do think that's a good war to do. I'm not really worried about Spain because they're colonial and they're dumb. And they oftentimes will put their entire army way overseas. And their army is already fairly small and they have no manpower. Yeah, I think we're probably fine to attack them. Especially because their army is probably over in the Philippines right now, or on their way. Yeah. I kind of feel like a war with them would be good. But I also kind of feel like it would be nice if we could just real quick connect up our land here. I don't know. If we find someone who's willing to give me... Here, take Falls. There you go. Look at that. Connected up province. We got a woods fort. That's actually pretty good. I might want to build more woods forts here, but we can wait till we get Breslau maybe. Either way, let's go ahead and bring you up here. Let's take the rest of our armies, and we did connect up to Wolgost, or Volgost, I guess. I don't actually know. I don't know if Pomeranian German is different than normal German, and To be honest, I don't even speak normal German at all, so I don't know if W's are always pronounced as V's or only sometimes. But yeah, Volgas is really quite a good vassal, I would say, and I'm pretty happy that we have them. That's right, we built a fort in Carcassonne. A carcass on what? Okay. Alright, let's see. We are a little over our force limit already, and that's actually why we're losing money, probably. If I had to guess, let's go look at our economy. Yeah, we're losing 20 ducats a month, which is not that bad, but it is putting us negative just for being over. So I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna delete this army for now. We'll grow into it again. Muggles tells us about the event elephants. I've never seen this one before, and also it just is. It's just exclamation point elephants. That's amazing. Elephants in Europe. What? Is it because they are technically, do they own any land in Europe technically? Like, let's see. This is all Asia. Maybe they're fighting someone in Europe or something. Mazandaran and Tabriz. Tabriz technically owns European land. It must just be a thing that if the Mughals, if a Indian power manages to have armies in Europe, they just say elephants. It said, what did it say? Like cavalry combat ability up for a good while, which yeah, like it makes sense. You know, they're using elephants for cavalry. You know. Yeah. Just kind of interesting. So I was thinking, you know, cavalry doesn't necessarily, in a modern context, mean horses, but like linguistically or like etymologically, doesn't it? I mean, so cavalry comes from like, I don't actually know the Latin root. I'm terrible. I've never taken Latin, even though I'm a student of Romance language linguistics. But I'm thinking, I'm like, you know, so it's related to Spanish caballo and Italian, what is it? It's cavallo, I believe, right? So cavallo, right? Cavalry. I don't know. I don't speak any French. I'm sure it's like caval or something like that. But we don't want to call them directly. But I don't. But cavalry, I don't think has even ever really been implied to only be horses, because there's like, you know, there used to be like there have been like camel riding warriors and stuff. There have been and then in modern times, obviously, cavalry can refer to any number of types of like troops. Cavalry could refer to, I don't actually remember what it's used to refer to in a modern sense, but I think it can refer to, like, you know, motorized divisions and stuff like that, or even like I don't know, I'm just thinking of like movies like from like the 70s and 80s, you know, like war movies. That would be like, you know, the cavalry's here, and then it's like a bunch of tanks and stuff, not necessarily actually cavalry, although certainly actual cavalry with horses was used as well. So nationalism, yeah, should be fine. Savoy won't join. What if I make you join Savoy? They're like, please, no, we've had enough war, we don't want to fight anymore. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and declare. I don't want to do that. I will cobblerize you. We'll bring in Milan. I mean, we could probably beat Milan. We almost certainly could beat Milan. Do we feel like, is it worth getting less aggressive expansion? Probably, actually. Yeah, let's bring it on. Let's go for actually, none of these are forts, I just realized. But wait, if we're doing nationalism, it doesn't have to be one of the ones we have claims on. The claims are just going to help even more than normal, so. Oh my gosh, Russia, 10,000 in debt is not a small amount. Oldenburg, you know what? Here, Oldenburg. Let's make you useful. How about that? And then we could probably get Lüneburg to join as well, yeah. You will all join just to suffer with me. No, this is not going to be that hard of a war. Let's do Anjou as the war goal. I'm not going to do co-militarize Kong. I don't want to go to West Africa just for a minor participant. I forgot we have 1 million generals. Here, let's bring you in here. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. Lotharingians haven't had a chance to bring in their stuff yet. That's fine. Definitely want to bring you in here. Bring you in here. With I don't know. I don't even know which generals are where. So I'm hoping I'm not taking you out of your spots. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we can do here. The coalition will rejoin. That's fine. Again, I kinda knew this was gonna happen. I don't necessarily care too much. It is a little worrisome, a little annoying at the very least. But if we can crush this war and then, you know, frighten everyone around us back into submission, we'll be fine. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Spain's army is not even anywhere near here. Also, my game volume seems a little low, or at least the music. Alright, let's... We can't go there yet. That's fine. Alright, come over here. Alright, yeah, oh, there's an army here. Look at that. How impressive. You have an army in Iberia, Spain. I'm so impressed with you. So very impressed. Alright, here, there's definitely an army sitting on this province, unless it moved already, which is possible. But let's, you know, see what we can do here. Coalition gets larger and larger, but I don't really care right now. So the other thing is we're making enough money that we could almost certainly afford mercs for a coalition war. I'd still rather not fight it, don't get me wrong. I'd rather not. But if I have to, I will. Oh, I will. Alright, here we go. Here's the separatism down. Is very nice. Thank you. Here. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's just people in the HRE, I don't think there's much risk. At least until the Commonwealth joins, and they're not going to be able to join for another 12 years, so I think we're fine. We'll be fine with that. And some people we do want to like have on truce cooldown, right? So like, for instance, the Commonwealth is actually one of them. Bohemia, probably another one, but they have the same truce, right? Oh no, we have a list. We took a separate piece with you. I forgot about that. So taking out Bohemia pretty early on would be nice. Or yeah, I don't know, taking them out, but I don't know about taking them out completely, but you know what I mean, like neutralizing them, resetting our truce. You know, we're getting to the point where truce juggling is more viable than waiting. Obviously, we're in 1707. We don't want to have to wait too much longer. Alright, so Volgost here. What about Volgost? What are we gonna... So I do believe that they will... they don't own anything I have claims on it, and as long as they don't, I'll keep feeding them the other stuff around it. So like Berlin, the area around Berlin, we already own Berlin, but you know, I think that would be fine, right? We'll focus on Western Germany, they'll focus on Eastern Germany, and it'll all work out fine. Alright, let's see. There we go. Just waiting on that siege. Okay. Finisterre. It has been won. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that remotely correctly either. Okay. So let's see. Who else is in this? Because once this army's done, the idea is once this army's done, we will use these 4 armies to go and deal with Milan and the Pope and others. Who else is in this war? Trent, that's right. Not really too worried about that. And they haven't even really made any sieges against me or any progress there. Not really. This is a good general. Let's see if we can go after them. We won the siege of Pyreneos. Let's see. let's go down here and help out there. If we can make it in time, we'll see. Let's bring you down to there, because I think you'll be able to make it. We don't really need a general for that, unless things go terribly wrong. Why is there a fort in Como? That's really weird, because normally there's a mountain fort in Como, and that's a good fort to have if you're Milan, so I don't know why they would delete that. Maybe Switzerland deleted it when they owned it for a while. Pretty sure that was this game, right? I've been playing this game a lot over the past week. Actually, let me tell you how much time I put in. Oh my gosh. I've put in 77 hours of play in the past 2 weeks. Not the past week. That would be actually insane. In the past 2 weeks. So I mean, it makes sense, though. I right now don't have a full-time job because I'm a teaching assistant. During the summer, there's limited spots for stuff. And I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. My girlfriend and I have it split up where when I'm working during the school year, I pay most of the expenses, and then she pays most of the expenses during the 3 or 4 months of summer, right? So don't worry, we're fine. It's not like I'm about to run out of money or something. But I have a lot of extra time is the point, right? And sure, I have other things to work on, and I've been working on that too. I'm not 100% slack, just like 20% slack. But I've been having I've had a lot of free time, and this is one of the few things that I can do that beyond my sort of other obligations that feels productive. I don't know. I have a lot of fun playing this game, and the channel, is a sort of a creative outlet for my energy. Even though it's not like even though it's not really what you might think. So I don't really like the term. I don't know. I used to not like the term content creator. But at the same time, it is a accurate description of what I do on this platform. And now, and lately, I think I've come around on it. I think I'm okay with the term content creator. The reason I didn't like it before is because it's very corporate sounding, right? And it definitely is. But at the same time, it's an accurate description of what I do. And also, I don't think that content necessarily needs to be considered too corporate-y. I mean, like, in a certain sense, a book that you read, that's created by a content creator, right? And for me, beyond just like beyond the fact of playing games is something I like to do anyways. Here, give me 1 second, guys. I want to adjust my volume. Beyond the fact that playing games is just something I like to do anyways, and it makes me feel more productive to have some sort of other use for it. Beyond that, I've talked about this before, but I don't know if some of you are new and probably watching haven't heard me talk about this before. But like for me, if you haven't been able to tell if you're new to the channel, and this may be your first series of mine that you've watched, if you can't tell, I like to talk, right? And I mean that in the most kind of making fun of myself way. Like I like to talk too much, and or at least enough that it annoys people sometimes. And definitely, like, even my family would be like, "Oh, we get it. You like to talk about things you geek out for, right?" And I don't mean that with it. Like, like my family is I have a very, very loving family, and I cannot complain at all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to complain about my family. They're right to complain that I would kind of take over conversations, right? There's a difference between saying, "Oh, I don't want to hear about anything you like." There's a difference between saying, "I don't care about what you're talking about. I don't like what you're talking about, so let's talk about something else." And being like, okay, you're kind of engulfing the conversation with just your interests, right? And definitely, it used to be with my family that it was more of the latter. And so, because of that, largely, then and the fact that around the time that I started getting into like high school and stuff, I started watching YouTube a lot more. This could be bad. Oh, okay, weird. My family one of my family members told me at one point, like, I was watching videos with him or something. It was my stepdad, and I don't know why I'm being secretive about it. It doesn't matter. It was my stepdad, and he was like, dude, why don't you just do like YouTube stuff? Because like you have plenty of like entertaining things that you like and talk about, and in the back of my head I was kind of thinking like, that could be fun to do. And then the more I've done it, I've realized, he didn't say this, but the more I've done it, I've realized it is a good outlet for all the sort of talking energy I have. I can blabber on about stuff for ages and ages and ages, and I think that doing YouTube is a good outlet for that energy that I sort of have, and it lets me talk about my interests, right? So not everyone is interested in the same things I am, but some people maybe are. Maybe some people enjoy me talking about weird, linguistic things that I found while in my studies as a linguistics student, or have liked me talking about my sort of eclectic tastes in history, like the fact that I'm obsessed with Catalan and Catalan history, and the Almogavers, a mercenary company from the 1200s and 1300s in Aragon, right? Like most Americans would. No, I mean that's not true. I think everyone has their own sort of eclectic interests, right? And everyone should have a chance to shine, or to like talk about those, right? And for me, not many people necessarily care about that, because again, it's a what would you call it, an idiosyncratic interest. It's something that's quite unique to me, and probably not many other Americans in general probably even know what the hell I'm talking about if I start talking about the Almogavers of the Kingdom of Aragon, of that conquered Athens from the Byzantines, right? Like people would be like, what are you even talking about? But some people it resonates with, and beyond that, I think everyone should have a chance to talk about those weird things. Like, for instance, some people, and some people, and especially because of the fact that some people are from places that have unique histories, and I think that they should be able to talk about that if they're proud of their heritage or their history or their area that they're from, right? Like I've met, and that's one of the reasons. Kind of funnily enough, that actually leads into one of the other reasons why I like doing this channel. I've met a lot of people. I say met, but like I've never met these people, but obviously I've met by talking through online on streams or on video comments. I've talked to many of the people who watch this channel, many of you who are probably watching this, about where you're from and like what you do and stuff like that. And I've met people that way from all over the world. Everything from Japan to Turkey to the Czech Republic to Australia, Argentina, Chile. One of my most frequent stream attendees, and one of the people who hangs out most of my streams, Wall Rider. He's from Chile, and I've never known anyone from Chile. Actually, that's not true. I have a colleague from Chile, but I don't know many people from Chile, but I can talk to Chilean dude every time I stream pretty much, and that's pretty nice. Anywho, I'm going to go wrap up this episode here. Obviously, I've just been kind of talking a bit, but still, we're making progress. We already knocked out Milan and Trent. Yeah, not worried about that. So Trent did get converted, by the way. And we're going to, let's see, who is it? Brittany. Wait, did Kong not join this, or do they not exist? I don't see them. They must have died. Sorry, they exist like right here, right? This is Kong? Yeah, they don't exist. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to go and wrap up here, guys, this episode. So thank you guys for watching. Please go and leave a like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.